Hello, my name is Chinmay Joshi, and this is my 2022 summer internship with Mortensen Construction in Oberlin, Ohio. So I was on the Oberlin College Sustainable Infrastructure Project, and on this project we were installing a new geothermal system for the college campus. It was a $140 million contract value project over 4 phases or 4 years, and over this past summer we were in phase two. Uh, Phase two was focused on the conversion of 3 dorms, one housing complex, and a lot of mechanical rooms over the campus. We also had some civil work we were doing for the distribution and supply system to their central utility plant. As you can see in the picture on the right, those are the pipes that were laid in the ground and would carry the water from the power plant to the buildings across the campus. This project moved from concept to reality because Oberlin College signed a pledge that they would be carbon neutral by 2025, and this system is one of their main ways of achieving that carbon neutrality goal. They also said that their current system is aging and they would have liked to replace it with something new and modern, and this was one of their main ways of going about it. This new system also adds heating and cooling to their existing buildings, which really improves the quality of life in them, especially the dorms, which didn't have AC previously. So, over the course of the summer, I learned a lot of lessons, but I think these were my top three. I learned that communication with your subcontractors, your trade partners, and your team is very, very essential to the success of your project. You have to make sure your ideas are conveyed appropriately with not only your team but the design team as well, so they know what your issues are in the field and also how to best solve them. I also learned to plan for the unexpected. That just means that something could go wrong and you should have a backup plan on how you're going to resolve that problem. Towards the end of our project and getting near the turnover date, we had an issue, but we knew something like that could have happened, and we already had a plan in place on how to talk that through with the design team, with the client, and get to a solution so that our substantial completion wouldn't be affected. And my third lesson was that safety is very important. Whatever we did, we made sure to take safety into account of not only the building but also the people. And every we had like bi-weekly safety discussions with our team and other teams from the company to understand what we can do to make our project site and projects safer. So over the course of the project, I had a lot of triumphs, but I think my biggest one was being able to complete punch list walks on 2 out of the 3 dorms. A week or two before officially we started punch listing, I walked through them with 2 of my field engineers, colleagues who had been there before me, and they showed me how the punch list process works and what I should be looking for, and how to input that into our software, and how to take pictures and assign it to the right person so that that punch list item can be checked off. I was also able to pull together closeout documentation for phase one, which was submitting operations and maintenance manuals, as built, and just other warranty information so that the college team could keep their facilities running if something broke. I was also able to create submittal registers for phase three of the project and just list out what things needed to be submitted on so that everything could start and end on time. And then a unique thing about this project was that I was able to see demo to turnover in the span of 12 weeks. People on site told me that this is something unique for an intern and unique to the project because it was such a compressed timeline that I was able to see everything get ripped apart and then put back together and then finally turned over to the client by the end of my internship. I think my biggest challenge was learning all of the new construction terminology. When I first got to the site, it was very difficult to kind of understand what was going on. But as I stayed and I got to know the terms and kind of what the project is, it was a lot easier to talk about what's going on and what we need to do to fix anything. It was also a challenge that it was fast paced. Everything moved pretty quick. It was also only 12 weeks, so I got to see a lot, but it was very quick. And there was something new that was happening every day. There was still the same week to week scheduling, but something new would be going on every day. So you had to keep up with that pace, and I had to be able to I had to be able to remember what happened the day before or the week before and figure out how that's impacting whatever we're doing today. Some things I wish I knew. I wish I knew that I was not expected to know everything about construction when I walked onto the job. I think people understood that I was coming as a freshman and I had never had any experience, but they also kind of expected that I ask questions to get to know what is happening. And most of the time, everybody was ready to help me and let me know what was going on and how I can take notes and stuff to understand. I kept a list of terms and stuff every day and asked my manager at the end a couple questions just to check in and understand what was going on. And getting out of my comfort zone was something that was very important. I was able to try a lot of new things that I wouldn't have in the classroom. So it was just a good experience on this project that I didn't have to know everything, but I was able to learn a lot. Thank you for watching.